A heads up for Virgin Islanders if you're feeling lucky this week. Well, it could be your chance to become a billionaire. The Powerball jackpot has risen to an estimated $1 billion. Nobody matched all six numbers in Saturday night's drawing, making it 37 drawings in a row without a winner. The next drawing is Monday night, of course, Halloween night. The $1 billion jackpot is the fifth largest in U.S. history and the second largest in Powerball history. Good luck if you give it a shot. Taking a closer look now at our phones. Is the amount of time we spend glued to social media harmful? With users reporting an overall increase in using social media, some people are worried they're becoming addicted to their phones. So is there a way to break the cycle? Here's a look.
From Facebook to TikTok to Instagram to Twitter, the number of social media platforms keeps growing, and with it, the amount of time people spend on them.
I'm hitting 6, sometimes 7 hours just checking throughout the day.
Initially designed to increase connections, social media is now having the opposite effect. More users report developing addictions.
You might seriously need to consider doing a dopamine detox.
Maritza Artola is a digital marketer. Her family's calling her out.
My daughter started pointing it out to me, and she would grab my phone to get my attention. And that really that really put it in perspective for me. I'm like, this is too much.
The average daily time spent on social media has increased 63% since 2012, according to an internet tracking site.
So I definitely saw my usage go up every year to the point where, last year I think it was like 5 hours a day on my phone.
When virtually everything is online these days, from school to work to doctor's appointments, it can be hard, but not impossible to unplug.
I am going to show you how to invest in the stock market.
Nate O'Brien is a popular YouTuber who makes videos on personal finance.
Every 2-3 minutes, I would just be getting a buzz on my phone, and I'd say, okay, well, what's this? It might be something important. I have to look. Oh, it's just a Twitter notification, but it's kind of funny. And then I click on it, and then I end up in this social media vortex, and I'm just in it. Suddenly, 45 minutes go by.
Experts recommend doing a digital detox where you intentionally reduce or completely disconnect from your devices for a period of time. It can be as little as an hour, 1 day a week, or more.
I've been training myself now where I'll go days without using my phone, and I've gotten very good at it. But initially when I tried doing that, it was tough, and it was like I would always be reaching for it.
Maritza feels she can't completely detox, but is trying to wean off, trying to replace screen time in the morning with things like meditation.
I am a firm believer in taking small steps because I believe that leads to sustainable changes, instead of just saying not to check your phone at all. Maybe replace it with something else too, another activity.
As we've been reporting, it's shaping up to be a severe season for the respiratory virus known as RSV, one of the worst some doctors say they can remember. The good news, we could have an RSV vaccine by next fall. 4 vaccines could be nearing review by the FDA, and more than a dozen others are currently in testing. A long-acting injection designed to be given right after birth is also in the works. In a recent clinical trial, it was 75% effective at heading off RSV infections that needed medical attention. It's great news considering RSV was the leading cause of infant hospitalizations in the U.S. even before this year's surge. It infects the lower lungs and causes a hacking cough and may lead to severe complications like pneumonia and inflammation. Tens of millions of kids around the world get RSV every year, and seniors can get it too. Virgin Islands Department of Health leaders are currently looking into whether there is an increase in RSV cases in the territory, as we're also dealing with COVID and the approaching flu season as well. And as we begin a new week, COVID-19 cases remain steady in the USVI. According to the latest numbers from the VI Department of Health, there are currently 52 active COVID cases territory-wide, with 40 on St. Croix, 9 on St. Thomas, and 3 active COVID cases on St. John. To consumer news now, Christmas comes but once a year, but it feels like the holiday season is arriving earlier than ever. Many stores are already putting up their holiday lights before Halloween. Bradley Blackburn explains some of the reasons why.
At the American Christmas Warehouse in Mount Vernon, New York, Christmas can't come earlier because it never ends. All year, they prepare high-end holiday displays for clients in 30 states and some of New York City's most iconic spaces.
We're doing Radio City Music Hall, Saks Fifth Avenue, Cartier, Macy's, and many office buildings and retailers.
CEO Dan Castorella says these installations are now so complex they can take weeks, and they have to start putting them up, yes, before Halloween.
The decorating is happening right now.
Right now, everything on the floor is getting ready to go out.
All across the country, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas earlier than ever this year. Near Los Angeles, this outlet mall tree arrived in October. In Houston, Beau's already wrapping buildings.
My first reaction was, wow, isn't it a little too early?
I don't even have my pumpkins out, and they've gone straight to Christmas.
Some experts say retailers are responding to consumers who are starting holiday shopping now in part due to inflation.
They're afraid that as it gets closer to Christmas, it'll cost just a little bit more.
Another reason you're seeing all those lights and ornaments on sale, there's a glut of them. Last year, supply chain problems meant holiday stock arrived too late. So some stores are now selling 2 Christmases of decorations.
I think to their surprise and also to their chagrin, they have a ton of inventory. So my expectation is that you'll probably be seeing a lot of sales probably in the next month or so.
Ready or not, Christmas time is here again right now.
A National Retail Federation survey found that this year, 46% of consumers started their holiday shopping before November. As every X-File fan knows, the truth is out there, and soon it will be in the hands of Congress. Intelligence agencies are set to deliver a classified document on the status of UFOs. Isabel Rosales explains the potential answers to this out-of-this-world mystery.
Science stranger than fiction, but these are very real images from the Department of Defense of an unidentified flying object. Or more officially, unidentified aerial phenomena spotted by pilots, including retired Lieutenant Commander Alex Diedrich.
Enter stage left, the tic-tac.
Off the coast of San Diego back in 2004.
It was white, it was sort of a matte finish, just like a tic-tac. And it behaved in a way that we were surprised, unnerved. It accelerated, or it almost didn't accelerate, right? It sort of jumped from spot to spot and tumbled around in a way that was unpredictable.
A report made public last year said there was no evidence that the sightings were extraterrestrial, but detailed how little was known about sightings like this.
Oh my gosh, dude.
NASA has announced its own independent study, and now Congress is set to receive an updated report from the Pentagon and intelligence agencies. While it's not clear how much of the classified document will be made public, according to the New York Times, it will find that most of the cases are random junk in the sky, like balloons or surveillance activity.
Well, if they're seeing something and they're saying they don't understand it, that will make the average person go, oh, there must be something real and significant here.
Ordinary answers to an extraordinary question. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.